Alright, I thought I would do some Santas. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is just start with the head. You draw a circle and an X right down the middle. And that's where his nose is going to be, right here. And his mustache, it's kind of like be like two fish kissing almost. It's like a fish shape. If that was the front of the fish and this was like the fin in the back. And you just duplicate it over here. And I usually sketch lightly like this at first, kind of holding the pencil like this. And then you put a little kind of a C shape, and then another little C shape, and then a little line here, and you can color this in. That's the inside of the mouth. And for the eyes, a lot of times I just do slits like this, like he's, smiling and kind of squinting. And then you can do some more of these C shapes for the eyebrows. And down here you cut it off a little here, and then bring it down there like that, and that's the beard. And on the top you do a slight angle for the hat, another slight angle, then down, and then in, down, and then in. So that pushes this part forward. When you overlap with these lines like that, it pushes it forward. And then for the top, you can follow the same line up and then kind of to a point here, and then down, and then kind of a swoop like that. And then this one is a little swoop up. And then here you can put the ball on the end of the... Then see these lines here, how you bring them out. It shows depth. And here you might put a little line too, like that. Okay, let's go in and do some little details. Now I'm doing more of the tripod hold. So here you can do kind of like a little V, and then behind that, you just keep pushing back. But see, that brings this part forward. Like that. Oh, I forgot his ears. His ears you can put like that, almost come straight down, and then sort of a little S shape. Same on this side. Of course, it would be a backward S shape on that side. And the eyebrows, you can kind of give it a little bit of flavor by cutting up his nose. And then now here on the side of the nose, you can do some nostrils like that, and then run a little line there. Then here the same thing. You want to suggest bristles or hair. And remember, when you're doing these lines, you want the lines that are you want the area that's supposed to be forward to be in the front, and you have these overlapping lines that go back. Like so. And then here his hairline comes down. And then the same thing. And you don't want it perfectly even, like you might, like here it's kind of even. Well, on this side you might have two close and then one far. It makes it more natural. And see, you break up the line a little. And then these lines you just fill in this. Sounds like we got a jet going overhead. Now on this one it's the same thing, but you just go upwards. But you start off with a light sketch, and it can even be lighter than that. Then if you want, you can go in and erase your lines, your searching lines, and your guidelines. Fill in his mouth and then under his. So there's kind of a standard looking Santa. And then you can apply this the same way if you're gonna turn the head. I'm gonna make him looking up here. Kind of suggest. Now his hat would, so let's do his nose first. And then that shape, that same fish shape. And then remember the perspective of it too. See, like right here, this is in the front, and then you want this going back behind. And then we're gonna come down here, do his cheeks. This one I'm gonna make his mouth open wide. Like so. And then the beard. Here I'm gonna make him alarmed. Like he caught Rudolph doing something bad. And then his eyebrows can actually be jumping off top of his head. Now here you would want to follow it through. The expression going up, give it some life. And maybe some surprise lines. There's the S shape for the nose. So once you have this formula down, you can have them in different angles and looking different. You just start with the nose as usual. And sort of the fish shape again. The beard. S-shape ears. This side you might not be able to see the ears. And this one I'll have him, he's kind of winking. And then the hat goes over, follows the shape of the head. So you can kind of use the same formula over and over, and you can put them in different positions, you know, make them look in different ways or in different situations or whatever. I don't do characters a lot looking forward like this. I like them more at the 3/4 angle. I think it gives them more character. So let's try and go ahead and do a full body Santa. So do his head just like the other ones. I'm gonna kind of a 3/4 view. His hat. His beard. Ears. Nose. Eyes. And then now I'm gonna do a big shape here for his body. And that's his coat. He's got the white fur coming down and the white fur on the bottom. I'm just sketching lightly right now. Then his legs kind of follow this same line like this down here. And then this is going to suggest his pants. And in his pants, he's got at the bottom, he's got the white fur. And then the boots. Okay. Now the arms, I'm gonna make, let's give him a belt right here. And the belt buckle. Again, you want to sketch lightly. And he's got big things of fur on his arms. Here I got him kind of holding this side. And then maybe here I'll have his arm going up. Like maybe pointing to something. Have him pointing. Okay. Now I'm going to go in and start doing. So start with the head again. Remember those V shapes for his hat. Like so. And you just got to practice that, get the feel of it. And then let's put his nose in the middle. The little fish or whale shapes for his mustache. I'm going to make him really with his mouth open wide. Looks like he's singing. His little eyes, I made him like slits here. See how I just changed that a little? It made him look like he was smiling. Okay, let's see. I want to make sure this is getting the whole thing in the camera. Okay, yeah, it's getting it. Alright. So the same with the beard. It's coming down. I'm going to make it kind of flip this way a little. Okay. And this hat's going to be almost going straight across this time. All right. And here's his. Now, I think what I'm going to do is put the white fur at the top too. Like sometimes you'll see this, like Santa suits where they don't have that white fur, but let's put that white fur up there. And these lines, again, they suggest it's going back. His arm, elbow, and then the fur along his hands. And then his glove. And his gloves can be white or they can be black. Or they can even be green. Come down here. Got his belt buckle. And then his belt. Usually black. But again, it can be green. I mean, you can pretty make them whatever you want them to be. His other arm. Maybe he's pointing to something. Look at that, kids! And then here, we've got more fur. And here, again, use those V shapes. They don't have to be perfect V's, but it kind of gives you an idea. And his pants. And they flare out a little, and you can draw in these wrinkle lines too, where they're gathering, you know, and then some more fur along the bottom. And then his black boots. Like so. And then on his boots, kind of leave a little highlight, you know, on the end. I mean the top part here.